Our Unchanging Freedom in Christ by Kim Gentry Meyer. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. My definition of freedom has changed throughout my life cycle. When I was a child, freedom meant the dream of doing whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I longed for fewer rules and guidance. But when I became a young adult, freedom meant actually getting to experience this independence for which I'd yearned. And if I'm honest, I absolutely loved it. Both of these young perspectives revolved around wanting to figure things out on my own and not to be told what to do. I guess you could say I embodied the first part of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. I chuckle at the immaturity of this perspective now that I'm older, because my midlife self values the Lord's guidance and direction above all else. The thought of having to go it alone is not appealing at all. I now define freedom so much differently. I define it as freedom in Christ, because I realize this is the ultimate freedom. I guess I finally put the ways of childhood behind me, as the verse in Corinthians concludes. It's funny how our flesh thinks of freedom as the lack of rules, and yet spiritual freedom is found through embracing guidelines in the Bible that help us guard our hearts and minds. Through His guidance, we can draw closer to the Lord as we experience salvation through Jesus Christ and the freedom it brings. My younger self would never have thought of freedom and rules as going together, and yet it's actually the ultimate power duo. Friends, aren't you so grateful that our freedom in Christ remains unchanged, even when we're too immature to realize its priceless value? The Lord remains patient as we slowly make our way to Him, finally realizing the unmatchable and unchanging freedom He gives. Questions for reflection. Do you find that, like me, your definition of freedom has changed as you've gained more life experience? If so, how? How do you define freedom in Christ? Through salvation in Jesus Christ, we have the ability to live freely and receive His guidance. What is one way you can exercise this freedom to live more fully in Him and experience more of what the Christian life offers?